time for Halloween. You want to make sure you have some ooey gooey creepy things on your table. So joining us to show you a great idea is food and entertaining expert Liz Corbett.
Yes,
now these are certainly ooey gooey and gross.
I went for the gross factor this time because, you know, there's a lot of really cutesy stuff out there and there's some creepy stuff, but I thought we've got to get some gross things going on here because it just makes it more fun.
Yes,
right?
it does, and it's going to get people talking because they're going to say, what is that?
And then you say, by the way, it's edible. Yeah, it's really, really
Believe
gross.
it or not.
Really gross. Well, let's take the mystery out of what are in those delectable worms over there. Very simply, it's Jell-O. And you know, you make the little Jell-O jigglers in the shape. It's kind of an expansion on that. You're going to do a basic gelatin. The important thing about this for color, you want to get a good wormy color. And you want to start with any kind of a red gelatin, like a raspberry, black cherry, you know, some strawberry even, but the darker red Jell-O.
Right.
And you're adding unflavored gelatin as well. And all this is going to be on the website, so you don't have to worry about remembering everything.
Right, yes.
So we've already got our red Jell-O, and we have our gelatin and our hot water. And then what makes the worms sort of that thick color and not see-through is by adding cream to it. Now I'm going to have you add, we're going to go back to basic color addition.
Combinations, right?
So if you mix green with, you're going to put it into the cream.
Okay.
12 drops.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I'm making a drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So approximately 12 drops. And when you add
Mix
green to red, yes, you're going to get a variation of brown. So that,
a wormy color.
A wormy color.
So I'm pouring all this.
You want it to be realistic because you want to go for the maximum gross factor. So see, now these are sort of a grayish, brownish. These are beautiful.
Beautiful in a gross way.
Isn't that gross? I mean, it smells good because it is Jell-O.
It does
But it's
smell
just
good.
that weird color, so it kind of fools your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
So you've got your liquid here.
Okay.
And then you don't want this to be, you know, boiling hot. You don't want it to be chilled. And then here's the tricky part. How we get the worm shape is by pouring it into everyday drinking straws. Now you want to get the ones that have the little part here that makes them flexible.
Right.
And before you fill them, you pull that all the way out so it makes the little ridges.
Oh.
Now my best tip here, this recipe makes about 100 worms, okay? Because you can't just have a couple, you got to have a whole plate of them. You want to put them into a drinking glass, a vase, anything that's going to make them stand up, and as many as you can get in around here because some will go on the outside and then that's just wasted,
wasted Jell-O.
Jell-O guts. So I'm going to, do you want to try it?
And you have a rubber band around it.
Yeah, and I've got a rubber band to stabilize. So just really carefully, as best you can, and you may not want to have your hands there. Just as best, just to kind of demonstrate what's going to happen. So you're going to see it filling up on the outside of the glass, but it's actually going into the straws as well. The most important thing you want to remember about this is you want to chill these for at least 8 hours. So there are a couple of steps involved. You don't want to, you want to plan ahead when you're going to make these for your party or just for fun. So you're going to be filling those up as far as it'll go, and you can just kind of stop whenever you want.
That's about good.
And then you want to stabilize this in the fridge. I highly recommend putting this in another container in the refrigerator so somebody doesn't try to move it. And yeah, it's not going to end well. So that's going to hang out in your fridge for about 8 hours. And then what happens is you get this. Now I've already taken out the extra parts around the outside. Here is the most fun part of all, okay? This is the part where we get to play. You want to put this onto like a big cookie sheet. I've just got a little plate here, and you want to absolutely put wax paper on it so that they don't stick. So I'm going to hand you one, and you want to get, this is the empty end, this is the fuller end. When they go into the glass, the ridged end is going to go at the bottom because you want to make sure to get that line, because when you look at real worms, they have that little ridge, line on them. I'm not sure what that's for, but that'd be another segment maybe. So when you get them out of the fridge, you want to just kind of take maybe 5 or 6 of them and run them under warm but not hot water, just really quickly to kind of loosen them a little bit. And then here, let's play. We're going to grab and they come out.
Ooh,
yep.
Weird sound.
Makes a really gross, squishy sound. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, so let's just keep doing this. So what you want to do,
this could be part of the party.
This is time consuming, but you know what? The end result is so fun.
Well, this is fun if you're obviously not if you have toddlers, that could just be a mess. But if you have kids that are a little older.
Now you can get the wider straws also. You don't want to, this is a pretty narrow one and they're coming out pretty easy. Yours are coming out all wiggly. Now if you want to lay them straight in a line, you go like so and you move the straw back. I've got all my methods here now because I had a lot of practice doing 100 worms. What you're going to do to display them, because it's all about display, is you're going to put them on a plate with crushed cookie crumbs. So you can just get like a chocolate wafer, you could do brownie crumbs. I couldn't find chocolate wafers, so I took apart a whole package of Oreos and scraped out the middle, thank you very much, and crushed up the cookie crumbs and put them like that, and then just put them in your fridge until you're ready for your party. But isn't that hilarious?
Look, I absolutely love that.
But first, before we eat one, let's just talk about some of the other cute ideas that you have that are super easy.
There's so many fun things that you can do that are no stress. A perfect example of that is the white pumpkin that I have. You're just going to hollow it out like we do every year to make a little jack-o'-lantern, only you don't want to carve a face on it. And then inside of that, we're going to do what I like to call zombie brain dip, which is just salsa and sour cream mixed together.
So easy.
And if you don't have enough to fill the cavity of the pumpkin, I just have a little sour cream container set inside of there. Gross and fun.
Yes, that's because that's the whole theme of this.
Of course.
And then the drink garnish.
The drink garnish. I mean, everything is about the jars right now, and it just makes it a little bit more casual, and they're definitely more durable as far as for a party. You don't have these delicate little martini glasses that you're holding.
Yes.
One of the fun things to do for that is I've got an apple cider cocktail in there, and then I've dipped it in the black sugar. Now that's real easy to find at your craft stores. And then of course we have a creepy eyeball garnish on top, and that's simply just some green grapes with a little bit of maraschino cherries for the little eyeballs.
And now about 2 weeks ago we actually made these, and you brought them for show. We made these on the show.
We did.
So you can go to mymassappeal.com to see exactly how it's done, see the whole video tutorial. But for now, I think we should eat some worms.
I think it's time to eat worms. So pick a good one. Ready? All right, I'm going to take this one right here, and then on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bottoms up.
Best worm I've ever had.
Yum.
It's actually really good.